And welcome to do another New York session. Hopefully you have been slept well, you are awake, and you are like a sunshine like me. What is going to happen today? Today we're going to go through dollar, yen, and gold and all those other things that we should be doing every single day. Long term no see, Kasasa. Long term no see, Harold. We haven't seen each other yet. Harold, did you click the link that I sent you? Oh, if you guys just knew what I sent Harold, it is hilarious what I sent Harold, by the way. I was thinking long and deep about that one, and yeah. So what I sent Harold was I sent him what I'm working on right now behind the scenes, and I sent him what I'm planning, and then and now the project is starting to roll. So I sent him Harold. I can just show it, right? I shouldn't play any seconds of it, but oh. So people, this is the link. What do you think this can be? I'm not gonna play it. It is Wheels on the Bus by Cocomelon. Copyright. Yeah, there is no seconds I'm gonna play that, but yeah, I send him Cocomelon Wheels on the Bus. And for those who has nieces or kids or anything like that, that is the most addictive, paralyzing thing that's ever been made for anyone. That is just hilarious. So, you know, from one dad to another, I guess. It's hilarious. Hello, well gamer. Happy to have you here today. Today we have seen a bit of a fall yesterday on Aussie. That's triggered my first sell entry. As who mentioned that first in the chat today? It was Mr. Abdullah 801441 mentioned that Aussie order has been triggered. That is correct. He also mentioned that the pound pair had been triggered. Has also been triggered. That is the central there. That is the update from yesterday. The quick one. Euro hasn't been activated yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And then New Zealand dollar has not hit the entry so far. So far so good, I guess. Also want to go through my email list a bit. We have got some new things to cover today. We haven't covered the that's the euro dollar going to parity. I don't know why I got it today. They did not send it before they went on break on Friday, those people. So, Danske. This is a Forex. Or it's a forecast, okay. So their overview is that the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine has continued, although to a less financial market risk. EU is preparing widespread ban of Russian oil. Let's make it a bit bigger for you guys, maybe. And also in an already tight oil market, will stay under pressure. Where's my glasses today, mate? I forgot my glasses, mate. Platter says, Mr. Eivind, sir. That looks like my airline ticket, but okay, fair enough. How are you? I'm good. Kasasa, I didn't show how to use Season X. I do apologize, but today is your day. I need to find my glasses. All right. You guys can live with a bit of background noise. Okay. So. There we go, 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 go. Let me just find them. Where are we now? Have I turned into like a comedy show today? Yeah, they're back. Hey, sexy. Wee. Okay, cool. So, continue. Over the past month, the broad central bank repricing and commodity prices has been the key driver of the Forex market. There's been a broad sell-off in commodities like NOK, Aussie, New Zealand, amid global growth slowing, COVID fears in China, and central banks still communicating more tightening is in store. We look for the forecast is euro should go down to 1.00 in a 12-month horizon. I believe that's going to be faster than that. I think it can happen. Okay, if it doesn't happen in June, it happens in August. So, boom, there you go. There you got it from me. And then, we continue to see no. And then large term shock to Europe versus dollar, broadening dollar strength. So the reason is we see a coordinated tightening global financial conditions, further cyclical weakening among trading partners, large negative trends of trade shock to Europe versus dollar, and broadening dollar strength. We haven't been to. Let me see if I can find that one. If this one is interesting, are we able to? Okay, so euro had more buyers, more longness coming into it. The yen went more short. The pound were more short. Swiss went more short. CAD went more short. Aussie went more short, or large institutions went more short on Aussie, more on New Zealand. Mexican the same, really strong on BRL. I think that is probably Is it Belarus or is it Bulgaria? Not too sure. And then ruble, heavily short still, and dollar still heavily long. How does that look like in the actual COT reports? So you guys can see that one real quick. Dollar, Mexican peso. Okay, Aussie. Whoops, that was wrong key. Aussie. Buyers taking profit, shorters coming in. British buyers taking profit, shorters coming in. Canadian buyers taking profit, shorters coming in. Euro buyers coming in, shorts taking profit. Okay. But I haven't seen euro going higher though. Okay. It went in a range though. Japanese yen more shorts, less long, and Swiss franc more shorts coming in, even though we have seen dollar Swissy going to high heavens. USD having more longs, and then New Zealand dollar having less buyers, more shorts. So I think that is quite good. The other thing we also need to look out for today, because the reason why I do this, somebody said, I asked yesterday in my Discord, it's free. Somebody said, I see you as my fundamental tool. Somebody said, another person said, I found you in A1 trading, but I wanted to learn more about fundamentals. So that's how I started following you. Many people are talking about fundamentals and more like broader reasons of why the market is moving, and I'm all for it. So that's kind of where we are going today, and I hope you like it. Hope you put up maybe a subscription just because of that. If you don't have already, that would be great. Gold is more shorts, less longs, as we were expecting last week, and we got what we wanted. More shorts coming in for silver, and VTI, more shorts coming in, less buyers, even though it went higher. So yesterday I said on oil, that was a smooth transition. I said I don't like what is happening, what is being said by Mr. What do you call it? What is said by Mr. By Iran, to be like, okay, that there's going to be potentially be more oil coming in from Iran. So if that's going to happen, then I'm not going to buy it. I'm hungry. I'm always eating at this time anyways. I do apologize for that. But wow. Should have added some music maybe to it, maybe. Maybe. Does it work? Maybe. Okay. So, on oil, I want us to go higher. It's a bit of a more difficult trade. I just opened the cooler and it's good. Not overflowing today. And my wife opened a cola bottle one day and it's basically spread across the whole kitchen, and it was just a gazier apparently. So, but it wasn't me though. But yeah, that we have learned that the hard way. So oil, I'm just waiting for it to kind of get around and go higher or make its decision, and that would be great. The other one need to know today is that the EU Commission sees euro inflation at 6.1 in 2022, 3.5 in versus 3.5 that was predicted in February. So it's a double of inflation. And it will go down to 2.7 in 2023, which is above the ECB target, meaning higher interest rates in Europe. Eurozone moneymakers, money markets now pricing in 95 basis points for ECB rate hike total by the end of the year versus 80 Friday. I remember 2 weeks ago, I think it was 45 basis points. So, you know, it's rising every day, I guess. China Stats Bureau spokesperson says in the second quarter, expect China's economy to remain relatively stable. So maybe second quarter will be great for everyone. Okay. Australian dollar. So there is one order. There is one order here that's already triggered with a 50 pip stop loss. So I have probably put that at 64 because I was putting it above those candles there. And then the next one I am going to put on is going to be this one, and it's going to be above these higher highs. That's around 50 pips again. So that's kind of what I'm expecting right now. And then as long as this week is going to be nice and toasty, that's going to be my trading plans. Do I see any risk right now? I see dollar today falling a bit, which is all natural. We haven't really gone to the buy zone yet. We haven't really gone where we want to go. But yeah, so would you sell $20 today? Is today's question. Sorry, I always click enter and it's supposed to pull up the what do you call it, the poll. Yet again, we just need to focus on the sentiment report. Maybe I should do another video on sentiment report of how ridiculous that is. Now we have figured out that some of the other YouTubers out there is actually predicting dollar bearishness, even though dollar is bullish. So maybe that's why retail traders are short. Australian dollar is now down to 69% of those trading Aussie is long. So it's a bit more sellers now on Aussie than yesterday, but still pretty peak. The other one is Euro. Has added some more sellers, I can see, but it's still very, very elevated. Of those trading Euro USD, 75% of them are buying, and most of them are in loss. If we went to investing.com, I think it was yesterday, we went there, and we look at the sentiment outlook. They are, let's say, not outlook, is it? Not outlook. It's gonna be. Why can't I see it? Why am I blind? Why am I blind? Okay, so it wasn't that one. Then which one was it? Retail sentiment, Forex, A1 trading. Maybe. Are they using investing.com? I'm using my FX book. What else? Okay, so if you look at a1trading.com, not sponsored hashtag, average is negatively 461. Most of them have bought, so something is real bad here. The same thing, most of them have bought pound dollar, and some of them are on average 800 pips in loss. So something is really not making sense. Something is not really where it's supposed to be. Here we look at euro dollar. It's a bit different. It is 96 pips. That is the average profit for retail traders that have shorted it, but those who are buying is down 400 pips. So somebody doesn't have a stop loss somewhere. So would you sell your USD today? We have 14 votes out of 35 people, so that should really get you guys going. So right now we haven't gone down to where we would like to be on dollar. That means that we should be able to, you know, start kicking off in New York session, or come a bit lower down to 103.90 and then back up again. So right now it's just a waiting game more than anything else, and we are, you know, just out there catching fish, waiting for fish to come. We have our net out, and we definitely are going to be aggressive when the day comes, right? Is the music too loud for you guys today? Just tell me and I will do something about it. So, Mr. What? Kasasa asked, how do you use SeasonX? So this is for EURUSD. This is free for everyone to watch. So how do you use EURUSD? First of all, this is the average return by a weekday. So generally, Euro falls on a Tuesday, but it falls mostly on a Friday. January is bad or low, but January is short, February is short, March is short. Sorry, April is long, May is short, June is buy, July, August is pretty flat before September, October, November starts off bearish, while December is the best month of the year for euro dollar bullishness. Now you take this tool and you say, okay, in May, you check May right now, then you see date 1st of May, and I will take all the way to 30th of May. Here you can see it's 30% winning trades, meaning it's 70% winning trades if it's shorts. There is 7 losses, 3 gains. How is this calculated? I believe this is calculated by start price of the period to the end price of the period, And most years, this is for the past, this is since 2012, for the past 10 years, this has now been indexed. So you get a percentage fall or rise, give it or take. So if you take more data, up here you will get different results, but still, you know, May is still a pretty badass month to the downside, and a bit of a rise first week of June, end of May. The other thing is, this is today's date, so according to this one, we have fallen quite a bit, and then we're supposed to have a bit of a lower low again before we rise and come in for euro. So here is where you can change for specific markets, which year. Right now we are mid-term elections, and that generally seems to be working out pretty okay actually. That market tends to fall pretty much in May. If you look at euro dollar right now in comparison, it's been a pretty bearish month so far. We have made a lower low. We have generally fallen 100 and 200 pips in total. Right now, just 160 pips. So, you know, it's pretty okay, and it represents pretty accurate, as in right now, as of what is really happening right now. So Harold says the music is quiet, then it's just my ears that is blasting then. Because I feel like I'm screaming! So, for those who are trading Eurodollar and you're thinking, well, this is fun, I would say wait a bit more before we start selling it. The other thing is for Aussie. So most of you guys said 77% said that you're going to sell Aussie dollar today. Okay. I've highlighted two prices. Since I already got my entry at 69.47, I am going to wait to see if we get 0.70. So you're not going to see me say, well, we should be selling your Aussie dollar, and I'm selling an Aussie dollar. You will not see that notification, because I already assume, since you're here in the live stream, that you already know that I already are selling. Right? Good. And the next part is, what are we doing? What are we doing next? We are then going over to euro. Euro is a bit more stronger. Now, euro has a lower low. And I said on Friday, was it Friday or Thursday? I TP'd on that candle there, I think. So that would be 12th of May. That would probably be Thursday, yeah. So I told you guys in the group that I TP'd here. Now, if you were better than me, you would have gotten out here. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And I would also say, well, that's not the correct price. Is it an euro? It's supposed to be 1.0. It's supposed to be 105 and 105.50 generally. So we haven't got to the price yet on euro. There we go. So right now I TP'd on that candle there, so it was okay. It wasn't too bad exit, but I think it saved me at least for some of the pullback we are currently seeing. And the reason for why I TP'd there was because I didn't see more momentum lower. Now price went a bit higher, fair enough, but I also then saw that if I'm going to continue selling, I want a higher price, and if I want a higher price, why do I still keep holding that order down there? So that's kind of the thought process through it, at least. And what else is important to note is, if you are a buyer, I really want to discourage you until we are above 106. Now, if you buy and you are like Miro and Michael, which is normally against me, and they make money out of it, fair enough. But that doesn't reflect my strategy. It doesn't reflect my way of talking or my way of thinking. Because I've been buying in these situations and I've not made money on it. So I don't want to be, you know, here to push you to say, oh, you should buy, when it's all bearish, right? So I'm all for the bearishness. I'm all for the continuation of the bearishness, but we might also, hear me out, we might also have a range here. Okay? So just have that across, so all the disclaimer is out. Pound dollar, another disclaimer that we haven't, well, we have seen the entry here this morning at around 122. What was my entry? Well, I don't know, I put a limit order anyways, so 122, probably 70, not 73 but 70 as far as I know. So I am, how many pips am I in profit now? 20 something, 18 maybe, 18 pips in profit. I put my I cut my lot size in half, and I did 100 pip stop loss. That's about there, around 123, 17, not 80, but okay, fair enough. Oopsie daisy, that was wrong. Come on, there we go. 70 there. So, and then I have another order coming in here. So the same thing with euro is that if market comes up to the first one, I'm not going to sell it again. I would then sell it at M3, hold this position, see do we get a stop loss or not, and then continue selling at M3 and then continuing lower. Hi Heinrich. No. Keine Probleme. What is your opinion on BTC and Sol USD? Almost all cryptos is at pivot. Wait or sell now. The thing is, Maniac, I am not going to mention those situations because, or those asset classes, because right now the risk is too high. We have seen Luna gone to the ground. The other one was it Tether, something like that, also has gone to the ground. Many people have lost money. So because of the volatility in the crypto market right now, I am refraining myself from having an opinion, simply because I don't want you guys to have any ideas. Aussie Swissy is currently making its way higher. It came down to the buy zone, which I didn't check last night, did I? It started off at the sell zone, so fair enough, clear sell, I guess. Back now at break even. That means how I trade. That is an exit. That is a BE trade. If you are, as I would have in this market, I would have sold it, but didn't. But fair enough. That is a break-even trade. So if I knew myself, I won't sell it now. If I know myself, I probably wouldn't have bought it here. By the way, if I know myself correctly, but I would say, okay, I can see that's a buy zone. That's where price went. Now we are higher. So you have to see tomorrow, does it break this high? And does it come back to support tomorrow at 9 AM? That's more than anything else. So what do you think about Aussie Swissy? That's kind of what I think. If you sold earlier where you're supposed to be at 69.64, then okay. Stop loss is supposed to be at 70. And well, if you have full stop loss, that's kind of totally up to you. I'm not going to make you do anything you shouldn't do anyways. You want to do anyways, totally up to you. It's your choice, not my choice. The other thing that is also necessary to note is it's 100% retracement of the sell. S&P 500 is maybe making its bull run now. It's of course not bullish yet, and it's not in a position where I would buy it. And so far, I'm just looking at it as a dead cat bounce, meaning that whatever is happening right now is not sustainable for continuation higher, mostly because of what we have seen talked about earlier in this Danske Bank report that I am going to give to at least the mentorship students. There we go. And for all those basic reasons. Now, if S&P goes above 4,050, that would probably make me at least analyze it. I would think about it, and then that would probably be my trade plan. But I can't really do anything else than just waiting for it to do its thing. So we can see dollar hasn't got the kick yet. But so what I normally say is let it fall until, when is it? It's in 3 hours from now. So for the next couple of hours. Oh, I'm on the wrong time frame. Just wondering why it didn't make sense to anyone or anything here. Oslo, it's probably Oslo I have actually. So for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, up until 18 and 6 p.m. candle, which is here, that is when I will be like, okay, that could be the bottom. So we can fall pretty hard now and still be dollar bullish for the week. Just have that in mind. Okay. And then the New Zealand dollar hasn't gone up to the level that I want to see, is 63.20. So we had a bit of a fall today. The question that I need to ask myself, that is this a start of a bullish trend on New Zealand dollar? Is this a start of a bullish trend on Aussie? Is a start of a bullish trend on Euro? I would so far say no. Both basically because at this moment we don't have evidence that we have higher highs. What if price now comes down and price is just basically making it just collapses on this candle and then goes lower? Then what were we fearing? Going in for Nasdaq here, we are not seeing so far a higher high. We are seeing a bit of a more positive start of this session today. We're up 0.2 this morning, but I really need a technical reversal, higher high here, and then we can start discussing, can this be a potential higher high and continuation higher? Remember, we are still in a very deep bearish trend, and if we were to make like some sort of channel that Harold would really love me to do, something like that, that means that we need to break above 13,000. That is another 700 up, around 13,000, before we even can think about bullishness. And until it has broken previous resistance, which is around 12,700 level, we haven't, sorry, it's a bit high. We haven't turned bullish yet. So all intents and purposes is just to see the market doing its thing. New Zealand dairy auction tomorrow. Can that be a catalyst? Absolutely. Absolutely. If the dairy price is higher than expected, that is probably going to give us some boost to the New Zealand. As I said earlier, I think it was yesterday, that if you're thinking of doing anything here, I think you should look for some kind of pullback. The pullback went a bit higher than I expected, though. I do apologize for that. That was not my intentions, but it seems to have survived pretty well over here, and you are now supposed to be back down in profit if you sold it. Now, if you are a buyer, you're thinking, well, what if it goes up from around 0.64 level, and we, but definitely went up to M3, clear sell opportunity there. Another one is the central pivot, so if you took one of them or both of them, it's totally up to you, but definitely now looking more positive more positive than ever on the Euro New Zealand bearishness that I have pointed out. Do you think the Fed wants to keep dollar going up because having cheaper imports reduces inflation? If so, Australia and New Zealand will keep falling. I don't think it's what the Fed wants in this case. I think it's a cause and effect because they have let inflation run. So now they have to keep up with inflation and start running after inflation. And since they're running after inflation, they now need to start raising interest rate pretty quickly. Now that's leading to dollar bullishness. That is leading to dollar demand. So more than anything is more that reason, more than that they want the dollar to rise. Now back in COVID times, they did QE. They did quantitative easing. Back then, as far as I remember their language, they wanted dollar to weaken. Because they all know and understand the mechanisms of when dollar is strong, that is definitely not good for that talks about the market that is not good at all. If you're looking at the update on the not the black market, but the dark index, meaning the big institutions that is currently trying to that is trading the stock market S&P, but can't tell the public because it is price sensitive. Now they have had a bit of a dip lately, but catching up a bit of a bid now, but maybe we'll catch more bid. But so far so bad, I guess. It hasn't been positive, so we are still waiting for them to turn around and say, hey girl, hey, we are here, we are buyers, we are strong. But I've also seen some small change to the fear index. We have gone a bit fear and greed. We have gone a bit more in the greed direction, but we're still way far into the extreme fear situation. And when we're looking at the general, let's go see stock screener. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Tradingview. And then stock market, I guess that's how you type it. Stock screener, no. Okay, okay, maybe not. Okay, not that one. That's not what we like it, or not. Okay, how else am I able to get it over to what I want it to be then? I want it to be like the big one, but no, we can't. Performance, no. Okay, people, then it's just markets, stocks. Why can't I find it? Okay, well, I'm giving up on that one today. That one, maybe I did something wrong in my settings, and I'll need to find it. I need to find it later on. Stock screener. Okay, then I've done something about my. Then I've done something wrong with my with mine one, because it doesn't want to show it. It doesn't want to show it. Okay, fair enough. Go back to charts. Heinrich says, hi Evan, could you perhaps show Wayne's pivot settings? I purchased a pro version, but the setup doesn't seem to be the same as your in the video. I will, I could take away one for the fun of it. And then I will go to indicators, invite only. I can add that to my charts. There we go. So, once I open up the first one for the first time, that's probably not the one, is it? This one? Okay, fair enough. And then take away that one. Fair enough. So this is how it looks like the first time. So you need to go to settings. If you go to settings, now, first of all, it's neutral and not biased. The resolution, I am normally on weekly or monthly. So if I do that, that changes it a bit. The other thing that is also important to note in this case is the style. So if I go to style, oh, have you changed it again, mister? Okay, then I need to find out. Ska vi se. Bullish target. Ska vi se. Where have we done? What have we done, mate? So it's down in here then, more than anything else then. Okay. I will figure it out then, because this guy has been changing it since I was in here. So I do apologize for that. I'll probably make a video on it so I can help you out on it. But more than anything else, I will need to redo this. Okay, fair enough. Joe! Why are you making it difficult for us now? Okay, so I will go and redo it, and fair enough. So M0, first of all, midpoint label style needs to be M, because he has put it to L. I have unbiased, I have generally biased, I'm generally bearish biased now this week, as well weekly. Still traditional, what I would like it to do, and then it should also be that the target that you have, let's say M1 show, and then you can take away a lot of things that you kind of doesn't want to see, but M3, R1, M5, R2, M4, I would change them to this color here, and I would have 35%. I will do the same thing for that one, 35%. And then I would go to that one, and then 35%. That would be 35%, thank you. Oh, I didn't do it, fair enough, okay. And then I would go to M4, and then we'll go to M1. M1 is already here, fair enough, good enough. And then 35. So, no. And then that one, I didn't add it, fair enough. Stupid me. And then the last one to move around is the, it's someone up here. It's the M1 to S1 highlight. No, it is M. Let's see if I can change that. See if any difference happens. 35. That was probably the wrong part of it, probably. Anyways, so I will make a video on it, and I will highlight it so it doesn't take, you know, doesn't take forever. There we go. That's what I thought about it. Okay. So I then need to figure that one out. Entry. Oh, there it is, mate. Ugh. Er det mulig da, Eivind? Komplett idiot. There we go. Sånn da. That should be the one. Exit highlight color. So, while it does its work, it should be fine now. No, so it's a bit of a different one, mate. There's way more customization to Wayne Pivot Points Pro. So right now I just did some of the customizations of it, but yeah. So fair enough. That one should be at least good enough for me. Okay. And then this one back to probably. What was it? This color there. So that's how I would do it. Now, if you can just figure it out, there we go, Mike. So took a bit of a time to load everything, but that's how it's supposed to be now. So is that how I have it right now? Is that how it's on your screen? Fair enough. So what I then need to do, what we generally then need to do, people, is we will... Okay, fair enough. Good. So the last, not the last one, but one of the last pairs I want to cover today is US 30. It's still bearish. Also, don't need to fool ourselves. We still have a bearish market, but if it starts, you know, if it doesn't go lower, I am in forever positivity about this one going higher. And that's kind of what I hope for in the end. I don't know if there is any seasonality on it in June. I probably think it's not anything in June. So if you look at 2021, June was a terrible time. If you look at, and that was 2021, June 2015, 2020 was a good start at least before falling down again more than we did in the beginning. Okay, another one, June, started very low. That's a very fantastic June. Okay, so it all depends, I guess, of where we start in June more than anything else. And then if we started off a low, if we end low, June can have like a 1 or 2 weeks of up before falling down more than it rose, before finding itself back there and at 22nd of July at around the bottom. So maybe the 22nd of July is maybe a better place to start looking for a buy opportunity more than July, more than looking for 1st of June. What's up, TechBow? Sorry, Eivind didn't get the pound yen. You put a sell buy at the same time? No, I only bought it earlier. I haven't sold it. There is no entry for me there. I don't have any orders on. I don't have any orders on pound yen at the moment. Pound yen for me has fallen down to monthly target, but it's not bullish yet. And since this could have been like a good buying opportunity this morning, that I didn't take because I don't see bullishness enough. I don't see there is more reasons why it should fall more than rising, so I'm just waiting for this one. So there is no trade on this one. Please don't get me wrong. You put a sell and a buy on the same time? No, I didn't, because, well, if you buy something, you put a buy order, right? But if you put a stop loss is that's a sell order. Okay, this is a buy order. This is a sell order. The stop loss is a sell order because that will exit your trade. That will equalize your buy, and then the market is going to determine, are you going to be at that exit price? Are you going to be making money or are you going to lose money? That's how technical it is. Okay. I am continuing to looking for euro dollar bearishness, Aussie dollar bearishness, pound dollar bearishness, New Zealand dollar bearishness. I'm going to be live in exactly 1 hour on A1 Trading. Hope to see you there. I will take a rest and we'll come back and we will have a good time. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Links will be in Discord if you are there. Okay, cool. Boom.